lovelies, welcome to Honest Discussions with Jitari. I do hope you've had a wonderful week and you're all doing very well and having a lovely weekend. Regrettably, we were absent last weekend. We did not have any update because we have been closed for physical and spiritual maintenance. Yes, well, more of physical maintenance because I have been indisposed for a couple of weeks. I have been suffering from a medical condition that is referred to as GERD, and I have had an extensive 4 weeks treatment that has shaken me up terribly. So even though I had tried to be consistent with regular updates every week, I just had to take time out last week to really listen to myself, listen to my body, and give my body the needed rest it requires. I am really glad to be back here with you today, lovelies, and telling you about my GERD 4 weeks journey. It wasn't funny, but it's been great. I feel terrific. I haven't felt this good in years. I haven't felt my stomach this good. My digestion has not been as good as it currently is in years, longer than I can remember. So when I did a little bit of research on GERD, I discovered that it's something that a lot of people are suffering from, especially in our society. Is a very common ailment, and it is the ailment that at times medical practitioners diagnose as ulcer. It comes in a variety of symptoms that ranges from heartburns, indigestion, constipation, and consistent feeling of bile in the mouth, and breathlessness, chest pain, and even asthma. Ironically, that is something I've had since childhood. So it would be safe to say that that has been the underlying cause of my asthma over the years. Thankfully, I believe I'm getting the required treatment that my body deserves, that my body really needs at this time, and I'm very grateful for it. And I'm happy to be here sharing my journey with you. The reason why I am sharing this with you is to encourage us to pay attention to ourselves and to our health. We live in a society where the healthcare system is with a very fragile healthcare system, with a very undeveloping healthcare system, with a very unencouraging healthcare system. Unfortunately and sadly, regardless of all the developments, alleged development over the years, our healthcare system remains one of the most stunted in our society. I do hope in the coming years we'll be seeing significant growth, development, and changes in that sector, even though I know our leaders are not helping matters, our leaders are not encouraging, our leaders have been extremely disappointing in every aspect of the indices of development that our society deserves. But we must not lose hope. So I would encourage all of us to really take time out to care for ourselves properly, especially pay attention to our gut health, because that is where all the symptoms begin and ends, in the gut. And as far as I'm concerned, when I really studied about GERD, I discovered that all the elements I have ever suffered from my entire life stems from there. That is the root cause of all my ailments. And I'm very hopeful that at the end of this treatment, I will be free of, if not all of them, but majority of them. So this is just a check-in video to tell you guys that I am very much with you, and I am looking forward to bringing in more content, bringing in more discussions, and bringing in more videos, and to apologize for my absence last week. Even though I know my mental will be disappointed by my absence last week, but I have learned over time to listen to myself, to listen to my body, and give myself and my body what it needs and deserves at every particular point in time. 10 years ago, I would say I will have got out of my sick bed. I would have pushed myself, yes, worn a red lipstick and shot a video, but I'm not doing that anymore. Unless my body is healthy, unless I'm healthy, nothing I do will make any significant difference or make any sense. And I do honestly believe that we live with a lot of mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical stress in this country. So we need to learn to understand how to distress. Sometimes when we push ourselves too far, when we push ourselves too hard, unnecessarily, it creates a lot of imbalance and reactions that affect us negatively. I am trying to understand that. I am trying to get in tune to that. I'm trying to really align with that to enable me understand what I need to do better and what I need to adapt to enable me have a fulfilling and sustainable life. I do hope you guys have been doing well, and I do hope you stay tuned to Honest Discussions with Jit Diary, because next week we'll be talking about cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation. I believe that is something that a lot of people get confused about. There's a difference between appreciation and appropriation, and I find myself, not just myself, a lot of people and myself sometimes confusing the two. So we end up appropriating other people's cultures instead of appreciating it, and on the other hand, we end up neglecting and dropping our own cultures and embracing other people's cultures, just like that. So I would want to talk about cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation in my next video, and I do hope you stay tuned to our next week's video so that we learn from each other about cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation. Until then, do have a lovely week ahead, and remember, you matter, you're important, and don't forget your currency. So you need to take care of yourself first before anyone takes care of you. Have a lovely evening, and remember, I love you.